If you want things to be different next year, let's do something different. Well, welcome back to the Teach for the Heart podcast, where we tackle teaching challenges from a biblical perspective. Today, I want to invite you to a 4-week program called Your Smooth Running Class, where we are going to make sure that next year is different than last year, particularly if last year you had way too many interruptions, way too many behaviors that you didn't know what to do with. If you were constantly interrupted and it was hard to get through a lesson and constantly frustrated by not knowing what to do, your smooth running class is for you. I've been thinking recently about how sometimes we just hope next year will be better, but just hoping next year will be better doesn't work, right? If we want it to be different, we actually have to do something different. And what your smooth running class is going to help you do is it is going to help you put together an actual plan for how to address all the common misbehaviors. Let's take, for example, just like talking and blurting. So often we don't know what to do with this. And so we jump from idea to idea, or we just end up saying, please stop talking 100 gazillion times a day. But if you've tried that, if that's your plan, that plan doesn't really work very well, right? Kids see that we're not really going to do anything about it, and it just gets worse and worse, and it spirals. And before we know it, we can't get through a lesson. So what we do in your smooth running class is we actually sit down and figure out, how are we going to address this? And it actually starts by figuring out, well, where is the line? What am I actually going to allow? And what am I not going to allow? Because a lot of times that line is actually fuzzier than we realize. Sometimes we don't realize for example, with talking, very few of us actually want our students to never talk out loud. There's times when we do want them to, times when we don't, times when we want them to, but only if they're saying something helpful. There's actually a lot of nuance to it. So we need to first get clear in our own mind. Okay, what actually do I want them to do when, and what does it look like, and what does it not look like? Then we need to think through, okay, and when they cross the line, what am I going to actually do? I need a system, and not somebody else's system. I need a system that I'm comfortable with and I actually feel good about using. And that's exactly what we're going to help you do in your smooth running class. And that might sound hard, but we tried to make it as easy as possible. We have templates, we have idea banks. You can kind of read through the ideas and see which one resonates with you, copy, paste it, tweak it to fit what you think is best. We're really going to help you make a plan that you feel aligned with, because if you don't feel aligned with your plan, it's not going to work. So we want to make sure you feel good about your plan. It feels aligned. And we're going to help you think that through, not just with talking and blurting, although that's kind of the biggest, most common issue. We're also going to do the same thing with all the other common classroom behaviors: disrespect, just getting up and wandering around, students are rude, all these common things that you're dealing with. We're going to help you think through, okay, where is the line? And then what am I going to do when students cross the line? We also make sure your procedures are all shored up and ready to go, because that is huge to helping your classroom run smoothly. We'll also think through positive reinforcement, consequences, all those pieces. And you will emerge in just 4 weeks with a really clear plan of exactly how you're going to handle all these things. And it will make a huge difference going into next year. We said, if you want to do things, see something different, you got to do something differently. This is going to make a really big difference. It's going to allow you to prevent problems before they even become big issues. And that is just huge. The schedule is really flexible. The videos for each week are available to watch on your own time, and they're very short. I'm talking like a 10-minute video. And then, like I said, we have the copy and paste templates and idea banks to make it as easy as possible to personalize your plan. Then we do have an actual time where you can come and ask questions and actually work on your plan live. That is totally optional. So if you're like, I don't want to be locked into a specific time, you don't need to do that. If you're like, that sounds amazing, I want to be there with people, I want to be able to ask my questions live, I want to hear what other people are doing, then that is perfect for you. So it really is up to you whether you use that specific time block or just do it on your own time. So we really have had so many teachers get amazing results from this 4-week summer program. I would love to have you join as well. So simply go to teachfortheheart.com teachfortheheart.com/smooth. That's teachfortheheart.com/smooth. Get all of the details and get signed up. The program is starting early in July, and so make sure you hop on over there, get the info, get signed up before it starts so you can be right on track and go through it with us. Well, thank you guys so much. Once again, the URL is teachfortheheart.com/smooth. I hope to see you there and be able to help you make that plan and be all ready to start off strong next year. In the meantime, though, please remember God is at work in you and through you, and He's using you to make a difference. Keep your eyes on Him and teach for the heart.